How's it going, everybody? There's a few things I want to say um about the day we lost, JFK. The JFK. About him, president we lost. In November, make it 62 years ago. We lost President John F. Kennedy. There's some things I want to say. Um, I want to say is that there's some things, details, evidence I want to say, which is I want to say is this absolutely is true. You can deny it all you want. You can hate me all you want. There's a facts that I want to say is, they said there's only one person. There's like few people's left. You know, there's one person left. There's one person I want to say is me. That I want to say about JFK assassination. It's been like 1963. I want to say this is the most ridiculous thing I ever did to John F. Kennedy. Is that when the 1963, the the 63 FBI's is 1963 the CIA's know about Kennedy. They're all involved in Kennedy assassination. That the truth is coming out is that I want to say this. I want to say this is that I want my voice be heard. I want to say what I want to say is that what I want to say is that 1963 day the President Kennedy got assassinated in 1963. The day we lost Kennedy is ridiculous. As though you remember that the day that Kennedy got killed is that when I heard about it, and when I read books about it, and there's some highlighted. I highlighted all these these details about it. That there's some details you did not know about the JFK assassination. Is that that Oswald did not kill Kennedy. He didn't kill Kennedy. He was in the 640 School Book Depository. That tree standing right there. he was a marksman, not a sharpshooter. He was a marksman. You can deny that too if you want. There's a tree there. Now tell me this: how can Oswald take his this thing to kill Kennedy, and it's all a bunch of ridiculous. Oswald not kill Kennedy. It's all a bunch of ridiculous. They're gonna leave as Kennedy. They're gonna leave as Oswald. Well, Oswald did not kill him. Jack Ruby killed Oswald because Jack Ruby told everyone. I would tell everyone what happened, and they killed Jack Ruby because if you say, hey, I'll tell you what happened. They got rid of Jack Ruby. There's a bunch of women who work at the School Book Depository said Oswald wasn't there at the time, and they think Oswald shot Officer Tippit, and they think that Oswald got the 6th floor stairs, running out of breath, go get something, go hurt Officer Tippit, go to the movie theater, and then out of breath, and then stuff like that, and then end up getting, caught by the, 1963 police officers. My theory is that now, and my theory is that James Files, you all know about him. He was in the grassy knoll, and you know him take Kennedy's took thing off his head and shot and killed him, and he's the one involved in it. And they try and blame Oswald for it, and the gun that Oswald had was not actually the gun that he has. It wasn't. Because the strap on the gun does not match what Oswald ordered. And some of the books that my father gave me, it shows a picture, a fake photo of him, his nose. You can see the picture right there. It's like there's a shadow between his nose. And that's a fake photo. He just dropped the photo, put it under, boom, that's Oswald. That's Oswald holding a gun. And it wasn't Oswald hold that gun. You see, back in 1963, I'm going to say this because this has been 62 years, in November 22nd, 62 years later, there's 62 years we lost Kennedy, and I want my voice to be heard. I want to say this because I'm not dumb. I'm not stupid. You guys can do this. Oh, you hate me all you want. I don't care. And they were talking about a guy who knows about the evidence of JFK almost got assassinated, murdered, whatever you say. Well, like I said, is that there's a guy who is standing on the Monte Carlos parking lot, against the Grassy Knoll parking lot, and the guys know something's wrong. And somehow they got him drunk. Went on expressway, got him drunk, and I'm hitting a guardrail and died. And all the evidence back in 1963, the FBI by 1963, I have all those evidence. They destroyed the evidence, destroyed the tapes, and every single one of them, the black highlighted all the Kennedy assassination files. They highlighted in 1963. Now get this. My conspiracy theory is, why would they hide the evidence of JFK assassination? Why would they hide the evidence? Why they could tell the truth? Stop holding these bunch of these lies in 63 or 62 years later. This doesn't get it. I don't get it. I'm talking about 1963. I was born in 1963. Because I want to believe in my own heart that you can, I like I said, I want to believe this. I want to believe this in my own heart. Like in my own heart is that I want to say is that Oswald not killed Kennedy. He didn't kill JFK. And the Secret Service, the day when Kennedy got assassinated, the Secret Service drunk that day. They were drunk. Where it belongs. But like I said, it's just, to me, it's just, it's just, it's just crazy. So anyway, give me a second. Anyway, it's just, to me, is that, it is totally wrong. And all these ladies, they said they didn't see Oswald there, and the CIA and the Secret Service back in 1963. Not now. I mean 63. I'm talking about 1963. So that 1963. Kennedy got killed in this and that. I want to say this. This is absolutely crazy. That they're hiding all these evidence. They all redacted it because they know it's the truth. And all these War Commission report, it's a bunch of lies. It's all a bunch of lies. The War Commission report, it's a bunch of lies. It's all a bunch of lies. It's not true. It's a bunch of lies. It's all a bunch of lies. Lyndon Johnson, you know him. He's involved with JFK assassination. You know that. And then it's 1963, the FBI, 1963, Secret Service was drunk that day on a Friday when the day that Kennedy got assassinated. They all knew that Kennedy's going to get killed. They knew it. This lady says about near the Air Force One, they're going to kill Kennedy. And they're saying, oh, this lady's crazy, this and that. And she's telling everybody, they're going to kill him. They're going to kill Kennedy. And they're all just standing there, blah, 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 this and that. And the lady died because she's telling the truth. She's telling the truth. She is telling the truth. that she is telling the truth. And where's the evidence of these tapes? Well, because in 1963, they destroyed the tapes. They destroyed the tapes. Every single one of them. Interview. They destroyed the tapes. And November 22nd, 2025, this will be 62 years later, and there's no truth yet. There's still no truth. They're going to say Oswald. And to me, to me, it's wrong. The Bible says false witness. And that's what it is. It's all a bunch of false witness. If the 1963 reporters, the Security Films, they got the evidence, Security Films shows it. And all they said it was a bunch of conspiracy, magic bullet against the canyon rocks of canyons. There's no such thing. There is no such thing. If you try to test like target practice with a dummy, it's still not going to work. You have to follow the moving target. Like you're deer hunting season, you know what I mean? When you're doing a target practice, you have to aim your target when you're doing target practice and stuff. And that's what the truth is. The truth is that to me is just totally wrong that you cannot just say as Oswald did it. The fact is, this is a bunch of nonsense hooligans and bunch of tape recorders and got jam up the tape recorder. That's what it is. It's got jammed up like a tape recorder. They are a bunch of false witness. Every single one of them. It's all a bunch of false witness 1963. And few people are left because they got few people left. Because you know why? They killed every single one of them. They killed every single one of them I shouldn't say that word. I bear my pardon. I mean to get rid of them. I should say bear my pardon. To get rid of them. Every single one of them. It was about JFK assassination. They got get rid of every single one of them. Every single one of them. Every single scene for JFK left. And whoever's left in this world, they'll all be gone by now. They'll be gone. Because there's not going to be a person left who will tell the truth about it. And here I am. I know about JFK and stuff because my dad's birthday's on JFK. Well, not 1963, but I kept my dad's birthday private. But like my father says the same thing too. Oswald didn't do it. My father and I went to Dallas. We still see that tree standing right there with that window. And I said, that gun does not match what Oswald ordered. But, it's just to me, and they got rid of the clock. The day Kennedy got killed. Or, excuse me, the day who got, what happened, I should say. I don't know why I'm saying that. Is that, they got rid of that clock. You know why? Because they know that it's the time when it happened. And when JFK went to Parkland Hospital, they did tracheotomy on him. He's brain dead. They try to put, stop trying to get him alive. You're brain dead. You can't do tracheotomy on him, an autopsy, this and that. And they found a bunch of these bullets. And the 63 FBI says they cover up that bullet. They hide that bullet, except for this time, the father and son, they went to Dallas. And I don't know what year it was. They found the bullet teeth bit mark. And they run the test. They found out it was James Files was the one that killed Kennedy. And they said it wasn't Oswald. They found the bullet right on the fence. And I know, like I said, I know it's just like, it's crazy. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. Like I said, it's just crazy. Really crazy. This road is just, just like happened to still government still shut down as is, as usual. This is getting ridiculous because you can't get eggs sunny side up, sunny side down. Can't cook the eggs right. That's what it reminds me of. That's what it reminds me of. It's to me is just it is to me is just it's totally, like I said, it's totally wrong. You just cannot sit about false witness. And people try to tell the truth what happened to Kennedy. They tell them they shut them up. Every single one of them, they shut them up. And I'm really surprised they did it on the show, JFK One in America. It's just, to me, is like I said, it's just unbelievable. And I want my voice to be heard, and I want to say what I want to say. If you don't like it, that's tough. That is tough. 62 years later, November 22nd. 62 years later, no new evidence, no nothing. Nobody's not even on, telling exactly what happened and stuff like that. It's just crazy. Absolutely crazy. And like I said, I want my voice to be heard, and I want to say I want to say is that I want to say is that I'm 100% truthful, that it is true. It did happen. Like I said, I'm posting more videos about JFK, or posting more videos about JFK. And like I said, this is crazy.